Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to Mexpat Dating. Out here at Parque Mexico once again to talk about cold approach. And this is a great spot to cold approach if you are ever visit Mexico City. This is one of the hot spots to go to, and it's where I take guys out that I work with. A lot of people, especially on the weekends for sure. Today's video is going to be about, as you've read by the title, going out and cold approaching intentionally versus letting it come to you naturally in your day-to-day life. These are two very different modes of operation here. I want to touch on why each one is important, when to use it, and kind of where you might find yourself on the evolution of this journey. So cold approaching intentionally. This is where a lot of you guys start off. This is where I started off. And I had to do it this way because I wasn't yet comfortable doing it when I was out and about or like at the gym or whatever. I really had to designate time to go out and cold approach. And I think this is really important and healthy to do. There's going to be a period of your cold approach journey, whether you've been through it already or not, where yes, you got to go out and you got to kind of will yourself to do the painful thing. And at the beginning, yeah, it's very painful. It hurts. It's not pleasant. However, making the committed maybe daily or weekly effort to go out and do it, it's going to start building that skill for you and speed along your growth process in a way that you wouldn't have been able to had you done it like the once a month kind of routine, or when you're out at nightclubs or whatever, when the situation is easy. Now, there comes a point where this is not so useful anymore. Well, let me explain. I got to a point where I was getting decent at cold approach, where I could really, go out if I wanted to and get 5 to 10 numbers in an afternoon and then set up a few dates. What I found, though, was that it stopped working that way. I couldn't go out anymore intentionally that I'm going to designate an hour for cold approach. I started to do that, and I started to get actually worse results. And there was almost a part of me that felt like it just started to feel inauthentic because I knew the skill was good enough and I really didn't need to go balls to the wall anymore. So what I started to do is do it more organically, like in my day-to-day life. And this is really, I think this is the evolution, is where you go from doing it intentionally to having it kind of be natural. And I think that's where a lot of guys want to get to. That's, I know, what people we work with told us. They want to just be able to do it in their day-to-day life and have it be kind of effortless. So when they're at the grocery store and they're not like, this is a designated hour for cold approach, and they see their 10 out of 10, they can go and they can capitalize and they can do an approach. So what I found was that I was able to start going out, going to the gym, walking to the grocery store, and I would start to be able to see these girls and approach them, and it just felt a lot more natural. It felt a lot more, felt a lot more authentic. It was actually really exciting because it would just be like a pattern interrupt to like maybe something that wasn't going to be super exciting, like just, going to the gym or like whatever it might be, going for a walk. So, and I found too that when I was out doing it, when I felt like it was natural, I was a lot more natural. I was a lot more authentic because I was doing something I actually enjoyed. And that's the big key here, is that when you're doing things that are in your day-to-day life, usually they're, not like hell, like maybe they're not the most fun thing, but like, as a busy guy, they're part of your purpose and part of your journey. So you feel a sense of like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So in that case, like when you take 3 minutes to go approach a girl, it feels a lot more intentional. It felt for me it just felt more right. I felt more confident because I know I wasn't going out anymore like gaming per se. So once again, guys, I think there's 2 stages to this. I think you got to go out intentionally at first to get the skill down, and then you can make it part of your day-to-day life. And that's when it becomes, it takes on a new life. I get my best cold approaches when I'm not trying to cold approach, or when I'm taking out somebody to do their cold approach, right? So even now, like maybe once a week, I'll go out with the intention, like, okay, I'm gonna see if I can just do some cold approaches or whatever. Never goes well. I never see the women I like. I never get the success I want, and it's funny every time. Like, I'm not even lying. Every time it happens that way. And then the days I'm like, I'm gonna go like do something for me. I'm gonna go to the sauna. I'm gonna go get a workout in, go get some food or whatever it might be. I meet like the prettiest girls. We have a great time. So my last video talks about how being open-minded is really important in dating. And so like the other night I was out at a nightclub and I met a really cool girl, and it was just like, I had no intention of even meeting girls. I was just like, if I do, I do, of course, but I kind of want to go just for the music and to enjoy the experience and network a bit. And of course, I met like the coolest girl I've met in a long time. So it's very interesting how that works. It's a fascinating journey for sure. Now, if you're having some resistance to doing cold approach on a whim, give me 2 seconds here, guys. Hola. Hi, excuse me. Do you speak English?
No.
No, eres mexicano. Yeah, I'm recording something, not not this, but I had to say hi. You were very pretty.
Thank you.
And yeah. And you're a student here in
Yes.
Mexico, estudiante. Yeah, cool. You live here
Yeah.
in Mexico City. Hold on, I gotta focus here.
Where
I'm
are
like,
you from?
Guess, Adivina. Here, do you want to say hi to the camera?
Hola.
Guess.
Japan.
Wow, so racist. Mexicans are so racist all the time.
What?
Take another guess. Get one more guess. Listen to my accent. I should give it away. My perfect English.
I don't know.
Estados Unidos. Soy de Estados Unidos. I'm from the U.S.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been here like a year and a half.
Okay, and you like it?
I love it. It's freaking.
Yeah,
It's
really
awesome. Yeah, it's the vibe. This is your baby?
Good. Yeah, well, it's for my boyfriend, but yeah.
Oh, nice. Cool. Well, I thought you looked
Sorry.
really nice, so I wanted to say hi. Great to meet you. What's your name?
Valeria,
Valeria.
what's yours?
I'm Joel.
Nice
Joel.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I DJ here in Mexico City.
Nice. Where?
A couple places around here, like Terraza Correje, here in Condesa.
Okay.
But if you guys ever want to come out, come party, have a good time.
Thank you.
We'll
Yes.
send you guys an invite. So let me grab your Instagram and.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. What's up? It's right here. Okay, so perfect example there. I had no intention of doing any cold approach right now because I'm recording this video and saw her. She looked cute. Had to go say hi. Turns out she has a boyfriend, but invited them both to come party sometime because I'm starting to DJ here in Mexico City. So you can really turn any situation into a dating opportunity, and that is like a little more of the social circle game. So learning how to build a network through that way, and right, like not every girl like has to be someone you want to date. So I even told her, I'm like, I thought you were pretty, but I'd rather obviously have a boyfriend. So let's do something else. Anyway, the point I was on was that what it can do is it kind of push you out of your comfort zone to start learning how to pattern interrupt your day to day. This is, I think, what many guys that start learning cold approach kind of struggle with, is that they can only do it when they're out intentionally doing it. They're focused, they don't have any other distractions and stuff. So it's a real kind of fun challenge to be able to stop what you're doing. Maybe you're listening to a podcast, listening to music, on a call or whatever, and literally just be okay to just go and make a complete pivot to a different situation. And that one was challenging because I was trying to, I was recording, I was like my mind was on the video, and I'm like, I still got to do it, right? So doing it like this can be a great way to start to push yourself to another level of cold approach when you intentionally make it unintentional. So to say. So as always, guys, we help people in Mexico City learn how to level up their dating life through cold approach and online dating. I take people out here in Mexico City and we do cold approach specifically, and then Jaren helps with the online stuff. So if this is something that you think you want and you potentially need to improve your dating life, to get good at cold approach and start to be able to have dates that way instead of maybe the typical route of going to nightclubs or needing to have alcohol, then I definitely encourage you to schedule a call with us down below. We'll hop on a 40-minute call and we'll dive into where you are in your dating journey and what you most need help with, and then if we can be of help to that. So guys, hope you got value from this video. Back to the streets, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.